I do have an additional prayer that the Nigerian Immigration and Prison Services should liaise with the Libyan prisons to repatriate Nigerian female prisoners who birthed children in prisons. This is born out of the fact that numerous Nigerian women who were sex trafficked to Libya and happened to escape the unworthy, unhuman situations were arrested and detained in the Libyan prisons, and they are being used to satisfy the sexual urges of the prison warders and prison officials. It is a fact that many of our Nigerian women who found themselves in the Libyan prisons are pregnant, and many have given birth to children who live in the prisons. So I would appreciate the chambers and my colleagues do approve this so that children, innocent children who are of Nigerian heritage do not suffer with their innocent mothers, that they be brought back to Nigeria. Thank you. Immigration and prison services to liaise with the Libyan prisons to repatriate Nigerian female prisoners who birthed children in Libyan prisons.
All right. Any seconder? Any seconder? Yes, seconder, the leader of the Senate.
Is to second the additional prayer as most ably moved by distinguished Senator Natasha.
Repeat the additional prayer so that people understand.
Well, Mr. President, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues,
the additional prayer.
I know at all times and in all situations.
The additional prayer is?
Mr. President, I know at all times and in all situations I have the protection of Mr. President.
You have my protection.
And I know.
Just repeat the additional prayer for the benefit of all.
Secondly, Mr. President, it is already in our Hansard recorded that Mr. President, in asking for secondment, did himself repeat the additional prayer. And I'm relying on that. Thank you, sir.
I know that the Senate leader is a lawyer. Don't practice your law on the Senate. Repeat what you are seconding. It's very simple. You are seconding the additional prayer, so repeat it so that they can capture it very well.
On a serious note, Mr. President, her additional prayer, I mean, it was a very lengthy one.
Which one?
And part, Mr. President, part of what we have been trying to also let our colleagues know is that an additional prayer should not be a debate. But her additional prayer was simply to direct the immigration service to liaise with the Libyan authorities with a view to returning female prisoners. That was our additional prayer.
Distinguished colleagues, the addition has been explained. Those in support of the additional prayer say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So let me now thank distinguished Senator Anyeka Mbasi, former Speaker Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, for bringing this to the fore. And pray that when this is communicated to the relevant authorities, Senator Garba and his committee on legislative compliance will follow up to be sure that all the prayers we have brought out today, including the additional prayers, are adhered to. And then use this opportunity to also urge Nigerian youths that home is home. Home is best. That sometimes some of the places you are going into, you may be going into a lot of suffering because you are looking for greener pastures, while the home may be greener than where you are looking at. May God guide us as we take decisions on immigration. And may God protect Nigerians wherever they are, whether in Libya or in other countries. Thank you for bringing this to the fore. Leader of the Senate.
Nigerians from trafficking, slavery, and human rights abuses in Libya.
In Libya?
Yes, Your Excellency.
So he has a very cogent and urgent information and this to share with us on what is going on with Nigerians in Libya. Is it the view of the Senate that he be allowed to proceed? Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. We may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues. The Senate notes that irregular migration through Libya has become a notorious route, exposing thousands of Nigerians to grave dangers, including trafficking, slavery, ransom extortion, and widespread human rights violation. The Senate further notes that in the first quarter of this year alone, nearly 1,000 Nigerians were repatriated from Libya, with survivors recounting harrowing experiences of false detention, torture, sexual abuse, organ exploitation, and other acts of modern-day slavery. The Senate is aware that recently, a Nigerian woman, Mercy Olugbenga, narrated how she sold her family's property and dropped out of the university to travel to Libya, only to be held captive for over a year, while her blood was repeatedly drained against her will, an incident that underscores the brutality of the crisis. The Senate is further aware that Amnesty International, the International Organization of Nigeria, and other credible bodies have documented consistent reports of arbitrary detention, torture, rape, forced labor, and killings of migrants in Libyan detention centers operated by both state and non-state actors. Worried that such recurring abuses not only diminish Nigeria's international reputation, but also erode citizens' confidence in the government's ability to provide protection both domestically and abroad. Concerned that returnees face significant reintegration challenges, including trauma, stigmatization, and lack of economic opportunities, leaving them vulnerable to re-trafficking and undermining national stability. The Senate is disturbed that without urgent reforms, stronger border enforcement, stiffer penalties for traffickers, and gender-sensitive protection measures for women and girls, Nigeria risks continued exploitation of our citizens abroad and erosion of sovereignty. Prayers. Senate accordingly resolve to 1. Urge the federal government through NAPTIP, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, and relevant state governments to establish a comprehensive reintegration and protection program for Nigerian returnees from Libya, including psychosocial support, vocational training, and enterprise startup assistance. 2, call on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to intensify diplomatic engagement with Libyan authorities and mobilize collective regional and international action through the AU, ECOWAS, and the UN to secure safety of Nigerians in Libyan detention camps and ensure accountability for human rights violations. The Senate also mandates the Committee on Diaspora, Judiciary to Human Rights, and Foreign Affairs to investigate the activities of NAPTIP, the Immigration Service, and other border agencies with respect to trafficking networks and unlicensed travel agents, and recommend legislative or policy measures for stronger deterrence.
I so move. Thank you.